Hey, Facebook, and to all my badasses out there. We're live in our group as I announced today. So I'm actually going to bring this group up. And of course, I would love you to hang out with me tonight or wherever you are, depending on what time it is at your end of the world, morning, afternoon, what have you not. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a crack of a week. I can't believe it's Friday already. Tomorrow. I seem to forget the track of days actually, but that happens when you live a life of freedom, and every day kind of like is the same. Feels fucking amazing. So here we go. Let us know if you're tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm going to be talking to you about how to break the self-sabotaging cycle. And I remember that you can't actually share this training in another group, which is kind of cool. Here we go. I did talk about moving more of the trainings in here, and I've been kind of like talking about it, not kind of following through because I wasn't too sure of what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. And sometimes you just kind of like let it flow and ponder until the answer comes to you. And here's the thing, I really do see us having an amazing tribe already, and we're already changing things up in terms of asking other experts to share their gifts with us and with you regularly. So I'm talking to a few people to give you even more value when it comes to really creating a life of fun, freedom, and unlimited funds. But also, I really feel that I want to take this group to a whole new level in terms of creating more depth, more vulnerability, more digging deeper in terms of the content that I share. In fact, today I'm sharing with you content that is actually that I've done for my badasses in our confidence badassery, breakthrough badassery. So it's actually for like a paid program. But I do want to give you the goods. I want to give you lots of value. And I know that if I do that on my private, on my Facebook wall, perhaps you don't feel as comfortable or as vulnerable to actually dig deep with me. So I'll still be doing both. I'll still be doing streams on my Facebook wall and share it with you guys. But I definitely I just want us to go deeper. I want us to be more vulnerable. I want us to create more of a movement. I want us to really connect in a way that is the intention, set up for this group. So you would have seen recently me share the name of the group from, authentic success badasses to badass freedompreneur lifestyle, because that's what it's all about, right? It's about creating a life of fun, freedom, and unlimited funds. So, yeah, I hope you're down with that. I hope you're cool with me sharing even more content with you guys deeper. And therefore, it means obviously you guys going to give me back. I'll be doing them at different times as per usual to kind of adapt to, people from everywhere. But obviously, you can watch this. I was thinking about putting on a really cool hat. I had this on today. Where's my hat that I had today? This is funny. Check this out. Oh, yes. That was like a group today, which was kind of funny things. You want to see my love glasses? Ever so serious, but yet not. Okay, so what's this? Oh, I'm blowing fire. That kind of actually makes sense, right? Anyway, I'm going to take that off. How do I take it off? Nothing. I want nothing. Okay, I'm going to keep it real. Cool. So I would imagine that even the most badasses out there do come across a thing called self-sabotage. We do it ever so often when we are not in alignment, when we're not being true to ourselves, when we're not being really, I guess, following our calling, or perhaps when we're feeling some resistance, when it's time to up level again. That means, we're growing to new heights, new levels. We're looking at creating a bigger impact, hitting new impact goals, but also maybe money goals, success levels in your business. and sometimes unconsciously scares the shit out of us because, you know, our unconscious part, our ego wants us to stay small because, you know, it wants to protect us. So really it's an interesting conversation around how to break through that, because I know it and I've done it plenty of times, and I still catch myself from time to time doing that, and then I know now how to nip it in the butt. But it's like having the intention of wanting to do something and then magically somehow not doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say you're wanting to lose some weight, and you really set the tone for the week, and you're like, right, this week I'm not going to drink alcohol. I'm going to be like sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, what have you not free, you know, bust my ass at the gym, you know, 7 days a week or 5 days a week, what have you not. And then before you know it, something happens and you're at home, opening the fridge, pouring yourself a glass of wine, taking a sip and going, God damn it, why have I done this again? I didn't really want to do it, but yet something made you, something triggered you, and, you know, a part of within you, like the devil on your shoulder. Perhaps you told yourself some sort of excuse, but, you know, it's been a hard day, or but I've done really well, I kind of deserve it, or I just can't cope, or what have you not. Like, you know, there's always a good enough excuse. But at the end of the day, you also know that giving into your self-sabotaging behaviors are not going to serve you, right? So if you get that, if you've ever done that, if you've ever been self-sabotaging yourself, give me a like, give me a thumb up, and, you know, here I salute you, because we're all done there, been there, and most certainly you're going to do it again. Like I said, especially when it's time to raise the bar, when it's time for you to feel like you really want to like push a little harder, you know, go that extra mile, create extraordinary results. And there is something inside of you that is just not letting you move forward. Okay. So with that in mind, I thought I'd share with you the training that I ran today for my confidence badassery badasses, right? They're working on their confidence breakthrough and they're absolutely loving it. They're actually like not freaking out, but they're like, holy shit, this training is like deep. This is not what, not that it's not what they sign up for, but it's, I guess, giving them real food for thought, real like, going within, really thinking about how they want to show up in life, you know, how they're really stepping up and cultivating that confidence and success mindset that is really, you know, creating that pathway to success, whether it's in business and in life and what have you not, right? I'm saying what have you not a lot tonight. I don't know why that is, but anyways, here we go. Anyway, so how do we do that? You may want to pause this training at any time or rewatch it if you're not actually sitting somewhere where you can take notes. And I do know that I talk very fast, so you may not kind of like catch them all. But if you want to break the self-sabotage cycle, this is what you need to do. 7 steps. Step number 1. You want to write down your self-sabotaging behavior. So everything I'm going to teach you means you actually need to take a pen in your hand and you need to go within. You need to do some journaling. If you're not doing journaling, then I call crazy at you, because all your answers lie within. All the power that you're trying to seek externally is actually within you. So my job, right, my duty is to help you see the power that is actually within you, helping you peel back the layers, right? Take off the layers, take off your clothes, metaphorically speaking, and, you know, bearing your soul naked, to the extent to get to know all the parts of you that, you know, you really want to let shine or let go. So step 1 is you need to actually write down what it is that you're doing that isn't serving you, that is not moving you forward. It could be, you know, playing small. It could be not taking enough action or not taking a particular action, whether it's, you know, doing some follow-ups in your business or creating some content or working on your visibility or, you know, following up with someone or actually asking for the sale, not going to the gym even though you really wanted to, not eating healthy despite you really having the best intention. You get it. So write down what it is. Number 2, you want to ask yourself, why do you actually keep hanging in there? Chances are that you got patterns that are repeating themselves, that you're doing over and over again. Perhaps there's something brand new, but chances are You know, we are a creature, a habit of creature. So we will do certain things over and over again. So ask yourself, like, why do you hang in there? And what part of you actually likes to struggle? Because you self-sabotaging yourself means that there's a weird part of you that actually likes to attach herself to the struggle. Okay, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. This is not about punishing yourself or judging yourself. This is just about getting really real, honest with yourself and figuring out what it is and why it is you're actually doing it. And step 3 is you want to ask yourself, like, what are you scared of? Okay, most often, as I said, your alter ego wants to protect you, wants to, keep you playing small, because perhaps deep down there is a fear of what if people don't like me? What if people judge me? What if I lose friends? What if I lose family? Metaphorically speaking, obviously. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not knowledgeable enough? What if I'm not worthy enough, right? So figure out what it is that you're truly scared of. And then step 4 is about making a conscious decision to call bullshit, okay? To call bullshit and basically say, I'm done with that behavior, and right now I'm making a statement. I'm making a conscious decision to let that part go and give myself permission to integrate a new part of me that is moving forward, no longer doing this old behavior, right? So step 4 is literally like a declaration. I say, call bullshit on your self-sabotaging behavior, identifying, okay, fair enough, I've been doing it because X, Y, Z, but right now I've got a choice, and you need to claim that ownership, and you make a conscious decision to say, I'm choosing to let that go, and instead I'm opening myself up to, to integrate a new part of my identity that is going to move forward as a more badass version, or as someone who's not going to do that. Okay, so it's literally just about making a declaration. Step 5, knowing that you've made that declaration, and that you're moving forward as an integrated version of yourself, a new part of you, like adding on a new part of you, right? Or opening up a part of you that is in there, or maybe that is new, that is unfamiliar to you, but that you'd like to be because you think it's going to serve you, or because it's actually going to help you move forward. Then ask yourself, what does she need to believe? Okay, so what does she need to believe about herself that is really empowering, that is really giving you back, ownership of yourself? You're claiming back your power, giving yourself permission to shine, to rise, to expand, to up level, to move forward. And write down, I'd say probably 10 to 20 beliefs, really powerful. And you will almost guaranteed get like an energetic change in your body, and you're going to feel like empowered. You're like, fuck yes. Actually, let's face it, beliefs are just a made up assumption. I know that I've been wired a certain way for ever so long, thanks to, growing up and culture and language and family and economic and religion and school and whatever, career and the system, what have you not. And that's okay. But I no longer want to be that person. I actually strive to create a better life for myself. So therefore, create some beliefs, choose some new empowering beliefs that are going to serve you. And then here's the cool bit, and the scary bit is, of course, it's great to think, because actually your thoughts, right, is the start of everything, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But then you need to pick like a giant leap of action that is going to like give you that evidence to say, yes, I'm moving forward as that integrated version of myself, right? So pick something that version of you would be doing. If you were to totally own those beliefs, well, what would she be doing? So perhaps it could be something like, actually put out that vulnerable post, or put a post up altogether. Maybe share something about your products and your services. Maybe share something about you. Maybe it's about actually asking for the sale. Maybe it's actually doing that one phone call, make an appointment, or follow up on an appointment, right? So do something that is literally going to, lock in that new version of yourself, right? So these are step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're done at that stage, okay? Moving forward, step 6 is about becoming aware of your triggers, because, as I said, Ideally, in a perfect world, like you do this work once and everything is done, and as we go, everything shits and giggles and we live happily ever after. But depending on the conditioning that you've got unconsciously, it may well be that this thing may come up again, maybe in a different shape or form, or something else is going to trigger you that you hadn't been aware until today. So as you go on about life and you keep shining and showing up, you may feel triggered, and triggered means basically something that you see, that you hear, that you feel, that you pick up, that someone else is saying, that you're, God knows, somehow noticing, and it's actually making you go, oh, I don't know if I like that. And it may feel like I'm just going to like resist again and go back to doing my self-sabotaging behavior. And if that happens, then you move to step 7. And step 7 is to actually to refocus on the bigger picture, right? Like ask yourself, well, what is the bigger picture? What is my mission? What is my vision? What is the legacy that I'm actually here to create? What is, the whole purpose of you being on this earth? Like, what is the purpose of you creating your life of fun, freedom, and unlimited funds? And going back to that, you realize that actually, whatever you've been doing that situation, I'd say like 99.9%, you're making it about you. You're making about you, somehow feeling like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe you're creating some doubts, and that's okay. It's well honored. You got to, you got to respect that, but you also got to recognize that, this isn't about you. This is actually about you serving the world, you making an impact, you helping, you sharing your message, you're creating a level of contribution, and you're actually here to do the greater good for you and for the greater good, if that makes sense. Okay, so get you to refocus on the bigger purpose, and that's just kind of like a snap out of it. And then you can, if you wanted to, you can then repeat the process. So you can ask yourself, well, what is it that I'm truly fucking scared of? Like, what is the biggest thing? Like, what's the worst case scenario? Okay, cool. Well, do I choose to believe that? Or do I choose to say that I can actually make a declaration, say, no, I no longer choose to be that version, or I no longer choose to do that. I choose to give myself permission to integrate, to evolve, to grow, to expand. And go back to your beliefs. If you want to do some mirror work, do some mirror work as well. Okay. Now, all of that actually works really well if you're really crystal clear on what it is that your vision actually is, right? So you need to actually have your vision locked in and loaded. Like, you need to know what is it that you're here to do. Like, if you're like the rest of us in here, looking to create a life of fun, freedom, and unlimited funds, well, what does that look like to you? And I'm talking specific, right? So maybe I'll do a training on that, on how to get really, really, really clear on really creating like a compelling vision. That's not just about, I want to have more fun, I want to have more freedom, I want to live a great life, so I want to make lots of money. Okay, well, what the fuck is lots of money to you? Is it $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million? When you say fun, like, what would you do in your fun? Like, how do you have fun? When you say you want freedom, what are you going to do with your time? How are you going to spend it, right? So anyway, so that's off the topic, but it's going to serve you to break through your self-sabotaging behaviors if you are really on point, knowing what it is that you're here to do. At the end of the day, you got to understand that, I do a lot of this internal stuff, the mindset work, because, if you think about it, the way the process works is, everything starts, with a thought. So you'll, literally see something, there's a trigger, right, in your external world. So you see something, you hear something, you read something, someone says something or whatever. So there is an awareness, a receptor, so to speak, and that there comes a thought. And that thought creates a feeling. That feeling being good, being negative, being fear, being love, feeling safe, feeling like you need to protect yourself. And this is all happening really fast on an unconscious level. And then on that feeling, based on that feeling, you're going to create some action, right? An outcome. You're going to say something, you're going to do something. And then that over time is going to create a behavior. Right, cool. So you do that over time. So that's your pattern, your behavior. And that over time becomes a part of your identity, right? So therefore you get to say, I'm motivated or I'm lazy. I'm angry or I'm happy, because you know how to do happy. You know how to do angry. You know how to do motivation or being motivated. And then that behavior over time, like I said, becomes part of your identity. And guess what you do over time as part of your identity, that creates your destiny. Okay, sounds kind of corny, but that's just how it goes. Or use a different word. Not your destiny creates your reality. Basically what you see in your world right now, like everything you have in your world right now, everything is literally a consequence of what you think, right? What you deem is your world, like your beliefs, what you see is what you think is your worth. All of that comes back to how you think. So therefore, if you don't have what you want, if you feel like, there's still more to go, still more to receive, to feel, to have, to do, and to be, therefore, you need to go back to changing your thoughts. All right, that means you need to do an inside job, give yourself an upgrade of your own inner system, so that you feel worthy, that you feel good enough, that you let go of all the confidence issues. And really, like I said, it's about cultivating that success mindset. That is the key to success. Okay, so on that note, I trust that you found this training really valuable. Obviously, over time, we're going to do some really cool other stuff. So if you've got any particular topics or any questions around, creating a life of fun, freedom, and unlimited funds, then let me know. Make sure that you pop them into the comments below. But also, if you found this training really valuable and you want to share this with your badasses, then you may want to share this training. I don't think actually you can. So if you can't share this training, then I would get you to invite your friends into our group. You can do that in the top right corner. And get them to be a part of our tribe, right? We're really consciously growing our group with more badasses who are all on the same wavelengths, who are all about creating a success mindset that is like bulletproof and locked and loaded, that is going to help you to really manifest and create everything that you want, everything that you deeply desire, right? And aka your version of that legacy, of that destiny, whatever you want to call it. Okay, anyway, it's been fun hanging out with you. I trust that you loved this as much as my guys loved it, or I should say my girls, my badasses loved it today. And I am looking forward to chat to you soon again.